Hey everyone, Dan with Mac Rumors, and in this video we're going to talk about one of my favorite Apple products of all time, and that is the AirPods. And more specifically, we're going to talk about how these have held up since receiving them back in late 2016, and what we can hope to expect with the next generation of AirPods. As I've mentioned before, the AirPods are by far my favorite newer Apple product of all time, and the exact reasons for this stems from a few different places. Overall, the design of the AirPods are familiar yet unique, and when you compare them to other completely wireless earbuds, they're kind of just in their own little category. These are by far the most comfortable wireless earbuds that I personally have ever used. If you've ever used Apple's wired version, the EarPods, then you already know what level of comfort that you can expect. If the AirPods do not fit your ears very well, then you might want to steer clear of the AirPods. Sound quality isn't going to blow you away either, especially if you consider yourself an audiophile. I always thought that the wired EarPods sounded pretty good, and the AirPods definitely have a way better sound profile than the EarPods, and to be honest, that's all I really need with these because the main selling point for me with AirPods is the convenience factor. The charging case is super convenient. Toss your AirPods in, and the magnets hold them in place, they charge them up, and they keep them secure. Now, if you're running low on battery for your case, you can use any lightning cable that you might have nearby, and you can charge your case and your AirPods at the same time. Now, charging is very quick, and a full charge can give you hours of playback time, which is a lot better than most AirPod competitors. The absolute best part about the AirPods to me is Apple's W1 chip. The W1 chip is designed to seamlessly connect your AirPods without having to do a deeper dive into Bluetooth menus and holding down buttons and messing around with settings. All you have to do is simply open the case, unlock your phone, and if they are nearby, a prompt will pop up asking you to connect them. Best part is, assuming your iPhone or iPad is connected to iCloud, your AirPods are now connected to every device that's associated with your iCloud account. Meaning if you have an iPad or multiple iPhones and a computer, your AirPods are one button press away from being connected. There's no repairing necessary. This level of convenience to me is what makes them so appealing. The fact that sound quality is good enough for my needs and that they are ultra portable makes them one of the best products that I have used from Apple in a while. Now the real question is, how does Apple improve the AirPods moving forward? For one thing, the touch controls could use a bit of work. As of right now, there is no way to increase the volume without actually using Siri, and if you program the touch controls to do something other than trigger Siri, well, you're going to need to use your Apple Watch or iPhone to control your volume. One way to fix that would be the rumored inclusion of the Hey Siri functionality. The new 2018 AirPods are set to come with an upgraded wireless chip that will let users summon Siri using the Hey Siri voice command without having to physically tap the headphones, similar to the way iPhone and HomePod users invoke the virtual assistant. Currently, summoning Siri through AirPods requires users to double tap the sides of the earbuds, although responsiveness to touch can actually be kind of flaky, like I said before. The AirPods are also not really meant to be near a lot of water, and while I personally have not had any issues when caught out in the rain or anything, it would be nice to have some sort of level of weatherproof security with the next generation. With the 2018 AirPods presumably being announced next month during Apple's iPhone event, information on them is still a bit up in the air, but reports are coming out saying that this year might not even be the year for dramatic improvements like water resistance, noise cancellation, and an increase in range so that AirPods can work further away from your iPhone or iPads. Now, one thing that I hope we see in the next generation would be some new color options. It might be wishful thinking, but it's also not completely out of left field to think that Apple could release some colors much in line with what Beats is doing with their headphones. At the very least, I'm surprised Apple has yet to come out with a lineup of AirPod colors set to match the space gray, silver, gold, and even the red iPhones that are out today. Now, I personally would love a pair of orange AirPods, and I'm probably in the minority, but fortunately enough, the folks over at Colorware actually can provide this surface for you right now if you're interested in paying a little extra for some custom painted AirPods. Now, at the very least, this can give you an idea of what colors might look good for future models, but again, this might be wishful thinking. Finally, the last thing we do know about next generation AirPods is that the charging case, which already charges your AirPods wirelessly, can itself be charged wirelessly. As I mentioned before, to charge the case, you must plug in a lightning cable into the bottom of the charging case, but last year when Apple announced the mysterious AirPower charging mat, they mentioned that a wireless AirPods charging case would be available for purchase for current AirPod owners. And we assume that next generations would come with the wireless charging model. Now the good news is, since Apple's AirPower is following the Qi standard, the AirPods case could in theory be used with any Qi wireless charger. At this moment in time, it's hard for me to sit here and recommend that you go out and buy AirPods before Apple inevitably announces a new model, but at the same time, a lot of the rumored updates for this year do not seem like something worth waiting for. So if you don't use Hey Siri and don't mind spending an extra bit of cash on separate wireless charging cases, then you should definitely go for it. If you're a current AirPods owner, let us know how yours have held up since your purchase, and if you plan to upgrade to the next generation, or what you might want to see in the next generation AirPods in the comment section down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.